Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Worth Unlimited July 16th, 2019 Big Picture Call. Declare your financial independence. This is Max Saunders, your National Sales and Training Director, and we could not be more excited to have you all on the phone. You all know that I have been with John and Skylar since the very beginning, and we're going to go through that a little bit, and we're going to hear from some other top leaders. So I just want to thank everyone for jumping on the call. I want to thank everyone for this revised energy that we are seeing with the company. So with that having been said, let's just jump right into the presentation. And in doing that, in the very beginning, I just want to take us back to the very beginning real quick. Everything began back in 2004. Many of you know the story, but we've had a lot of brand new people coming on and jumping on that have never heard the story, so I'm going to roll through it real quick. Back in 2004, John Washenko and Skylar Whitman had a brainchild, and that brainchild was to help people get out of debt. That's what we were really trying to do initially, and in doing that, John is probably I think he's a savant when it comes to mathematics. The guy is an absolute genius when it comes to mathematics, and you all know Skylar, one of the most brilliant marketing minds and negotiating minds I've ever seen. And the two of them came together and developed what many people came to know as the Money Merge account. Actually, its first version was the Principal First account, and then became the Money Merge account, and then they did a test market. They had this product. They showed it to me and said, do you get it? And 15 minutes into them talking to me, I said, you don't have to say anymore. I got it, I get it. So we launched a test market out of their mortgage brokerage, and in that test market, we put 400 clients on the program out of the Colorado market, and many of those clients are still on the program, and many of those clients actually have paid off mortgages, moved into second homes, third homes, investment properties, things upon that nature, rental properties, flipping houses. I mean, the way that this product has been able to infuse itself in many different industries is thoroughly amazing. The opportunity back then was a program only worked with a HELOC. You only had one price option that was $3,500, and very limited who we could help in being able to do that. But even with those limitations, we were able to do over $300 million in production in only 2+ years. Now, you have to think about this. At that time, it was all manual. You needed the line of credit. You had to do everything by manual paperwork. Everything was labor intensive. You had to close the sale yourself. And at that, and I just need to restate that, at that time, we were state of the art. And only, just a little 2 years in, we're at $300 million of production. Over $200 million were paid out in commissions during that time frame as well. After years of focus and dedicated work and preparation, that's what John and Skylar had really been focusing on. And I want you to know, over the last 2 years is when a lot of this has really come together, and we've really started getting these new tools, as you have seen, being launched on each one of these calls that we're having. Right now, the program works with many different types of lines of credit, not just a HELOC, but there's multiple lines of credit, multiple ways the program can operate. It can also still operate with a checking and savings account. And the beauty of this is the way John designed it, and the IT team, is to move from a line of credit or move from your home equity line to using a checking and savings account is just as simple as clicking a button on your preferences, and it just flips everything over for you. There's no excuse at this point not to purchase in this opportunity that we have. We know back in the days of You First, and I've got to be really honest, I found it kind of irritating. We had people that were making on the low end $40,000, $50,000 a year. People on the high end, we had $250,000 and $500,000 owners. And I would actually hear people say things like, well, I don't need the program, so why should I buy it? And then we started hearing things come out from leaders, well, if you don't buy the program, then I'm not going to work with you. So I just want you to understand, owning this product is a big piece to closing that gap over time. Now, when I said we had $250,000, $500,000 earners, things of this nature, you're going to hear from a leader tonight that over his course was a $4 million earner with this company, had the biggest team in the company, is a master at bringing people in, getting them to work, and he does it with empathy and he does it with love. And you're going to hear from that gentleman a little bit later on. Everyone can afford one of the various methods of program ownership. You could do multiple program pricing options we now have, which we've gone over many of those over the past few calls. Multiple finance options where we can ensure that everyone qualifies with all the different areas that we have there. We have the subscription model. We have multiple discounts available. There's no reason not to purchase the program, get on the program, and start using the program. It truly, I can't say it any better than it helps close that gap to understanding. But there's another thing. You should own the product that you preach. You should be a product of your product. The opportunity now, multiple industries naturally benefit from the Worth account. And we saw this back in the days of United First Financial, but we're also seeing this today because businesses morphed so dramatically. The mortgage industry is a good place. Real estate industry is affected by this. Insurance industry, accounting industry, and I mean this goes on and on and on and on. But these are four of the broadest areas that we truly affect, and there's many more. I mean, we had teachers come on that had never sold anything that were making excellent money. We had people that were in mechanical fields. I even had pastors that were selling this program. The list just goes on and on and on. But with this context, the product is now new and improved. A new client site, and their product's been improved. We have a new opportunity site with new improved points of entry to purchase the product. We have our new ebook, and we've improved our coaching and the availability of coaching for our clients. New videos for the Age of Replicated site, new videos for the consumer side with improved training, new agent back office, that's brand new, totally rebuilt on a brand new framework so we can continue to expand and improve on that. Improve marketing, the message that we're putting out now, convert your debt to wealth, rather than just, do you have a mortgage? Do you want to get out of debt? Don't you hate the debt? Now you can actually talk to people about that wealth accumulation side. New agent tools and improved purchasing options. See, on both sides of the fence, not just for the agent, but also for the sale of the product in both arenas. I have watched this team here, and I have watched John and Skylar never take their foot off the gas, never lose their drive, their love, and their passion for this product, and investing millions upon millions of dollars to bring us to where we are today. And today is the day. The time is now. There is not a doubt in my mind. People talk about, how do you know the business is going? We know because we're watching it. We're seeing new promotions, improved compensation program, paying out 70% to the market. I mean, this is just amazing what these gentlemen have done, what they've come up with, and I think a lot of this just comes up with the concept of time and comes up with the concept of, maturity, comes up with the concept of, trial by error, doing the wrong thing and then doing the right thing and knowing that works. What we want you to know is that the tools that we are giving you are tried. They're proven. They're tested. We're not guessing. We're not just throwing stuff up against the wall. We know this system works. I don't know any other way to put it. You all knew me from the days of You First. You all knew me standing on the front of the stage, carrying the flag, citing the mission. I can tell you right now, we are in a better position today than we've ever been. New client closing services. I mean, come on, we'll actually close the deals for you. Improve pricing options are involved in this as well. And there's so much more and so much more still to come. You know, the thing that we have to realize is today's financial industry, it's really morphed and it's really changed. New products and services are emerging. You know, we see that e-commerce is now the way to do business. And I just want you to really understand that the team here realized that. And that's why we built everything to be digital. We built everything on a platform that it can expand. Remember I told you back in 2004, 2005, and 2006 we were state of the art? And with all that manual paperwork, we paid out, we bought in over $300 million in sales in just about 2+ years. We are state of the art today. To today's market space, we are state of the art once again, and all of you that are on this call, you're sitting at exactly the right place at exactly the right time. A new evolution in the financial industry, and Worth is the company and has been the company that's going to fill this void to distributors, to the status quo. We will and are becoming the status quo of how people are going to operate their finances, how they are going to move through building wealth. This is going to be a tool that should be in every single household. We've seen Uber and Lyft. We've seen that change to the transportation industry. We've seen change to the industry of going on vacation with Airbnb and the accommodations industry. Let me tell you something. Worth is going to be the Uber, the Lyft, the Airbnb of the financial industry because we're integrating everything. It's not just about paying off your debt anymore. It's about a dream. It's about a vision. And that vision is that you have your own money, that you make your own pace, that you are the one in control of your financial destiny. And the only thing that it comes down to is how much effort are you willing to put into that future, into that idea of being your own boss, being your own bank. It all comes down to you because the tools are there, the technology is there, and we're there. Worth Unlimited will transform how people attain mortgages, how they purchase homes, how they pay off debt, how they purchase insurance. It will affect the real estate market, managing their respective accounting and debt payments, plans for retirement and emergency savings. All of this will all be a possibility through the management of the Worth Account program. We expose real-life interest rates. This is something that is really, really important that you all understand. You know, when you take out your mortgage and you get that mortgage and it says it's 6% interest, but if you run out the amortization schedule, as many of you know, and when we start doing more and more live meetings, I'm going to start educating you all just like I did back in the days of You First. I'm going to bring you up to speed with the market and everything that's going on. But the real life interest rate, that is something that most people avoid. They just say they're going in and signing a piece of paper. They got a payment of, you know, $2,200 a month, and they're going to pay off in 30 years, and they really don't think about it. But as we've seen with the rubrics, if you're dealing with, you know, a 4% or a 5% interest rate, in that first year, you're up in the 83% range that you're paying in interest on your home and your mortgage. Traditional great financial deals will be viewed as outdated and expensive. It changes the process to where people learn to be their own bank, take control of their own financial futures. This is what we've always wanted. This is what we have always pushed towards, and no one could have foreseen what was coming down in 2008. And it affected people in every industry on both sides of the fence, agents, owners, everyone. But what I will tell you, our company never stopped servicing the client. The client never knew anything had happened unless it happened with an investment they had somewhere else, a bank account they had somewhere else, or they were in an industry somewhere else. The people that were utilizing this product never missed a beat. We serviced them and we maintained them. With all the new advancements and improvements and released and yet to be released. I mean, you all really haven't seen everything that we have coming your way. When this is completed or we believe it's completed, we will start working on improving what we've already improved. We will never stop improving. It's something that John Mashenko told me a long time ago. He used the word canai. And I looked at him like, what in the world is canai? I think you got it. And he said it's constant, never-ending improvement. And if you're not making the world a better place, then what are you doing with your space here on this planet right now? This slide says that we're ready to explode. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. We are absolutely going crazy here. We are exploding. It's not that we're about to explode. We're already exploding. And we've heard comments, from people like, well, I had to hold for 5 minutes to get somebody on support. Or I had to hold for 10 minutes. Let me tell you something right now. That is a good problem to have when you're launching a company. And the only thing that I can say is just think about when you're calling in. Think about if you have the client on the phone with you. It might be a good idea to maybe make the call in first and make sure you got them and then bring your client in on the call so they're not sitting there on hold. But it's a good problem to have, and I want everyone to remember, anyone that was with you first knew this is what happened when it exploded the last time. We thought we had everything we needed. We thought we had all the people in place that we needed to do the training and do the customer support and agent support, but everyone that was a part of that company will attest to one very simple fact. We built as we expanded, and we never missed a beat, and we were able to continue to expand. I want you people to know you can have full confidence that this company has it under control, that we are currently in the process of expanding. We currently are in the process of training more people. We are ready for this to explode, and we will build as necessary to take care of our agents. Agent activation fee, I'm going to turn a little bit of time now over to Mr. Skylar Whitman. And Skylar's going to take you through some really cool things that are going on here with the agents and some promos that are happening there. And then we'll just take it from there. So everybody, I'd like to introduce one of the co-owners of Worth Unlimited. He has been my personal friend with John Mashenko for, we're going on close to 20 years. I have full confidence in this gentleman, and what I have always loved about this gentleman is he speaks straight, he has great passion, and he has great empathy and compassion. And like I said before, he's one of the most brilliant marketing minds and one of the most brilliant negotiators I've ever heard in my life. Let me turn the time over to Mr. Skylar Whitman.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Saunders. I call him Mr. Saunders, but he really has been one of the truest friends that I've had for going on 20 years now. So thank you so much, Mac. We absolutely love your passion. All right, so the stuff that I'm about to go through with you right now, in the very beginning of the information that I'm about to cover, it may seem pretty small, okay? So it may sound, kind of inconsequential, but I want you to keep in mind that what I'm about to go through with you could absolutely skyrocket your business. And I can't remember how the saying goes, but many great things come to pass through small and simple means, something along those lines. So this may seem small and simple, what I'm about to go through with you, but just know we're not going to leave you hanging. It is something that leads to something tremendous, and just hang with us. Don't get any preconceived notions about it before you get the full picture, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to go through, and I'm going to cover, is normally the agent activation fee is $149. All of you on this call already know that, and many of you on this call have gotten signed up under the $49 promotion that we have been running from April 8th of this year through today, July 16th, which expires at midnight tonight. Now, something that may kind of seem like a negative, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, is it's going back to $149 to become an agent. But keep in mind, that's not a negative. It may sound like it, but it's not, and I'll show you why. Okay? What you get with the $149 agent activation fee is, now keep in mind, it's not commissionable. Okay? But for that $149 agent activation fee, you're able to sign up as an agent. Okay? That's your first step with Worth Unlimited, your first step towards building a tremendously successful career with the Worth account and helping people to get out of debt and build wealth. But you also, as a part of signing up as an agent, get a 30% wholesale discount on your personal purchase of the Worth account within your first 30 days. Now, this is information that all of us already know. So the next thing that I want to touch on is that we have now come out with a new option that we refer to as Try Before You Buy, which is a 30-day Worth account trial. Now, just to break it down a little bit, the 30-day Worth account trial comes with program orientation videos and live client support. Now, those program orientation videos, they are professionally done. They're very well sorted out. They're very informational. It's the same information that live coaches go through with clients when they do a full purchase of the Worth account. But since this is just a 30-day trial, we are not going to be providing live coaching to clients to get oriented with the program, but these program orientation videos, again, are very well done, and they cover the same exact information that is covered when you talk with a live coach. So when you sign up for the 30-day trial, you also, again, get live client support. So you go through, you get on the program. When you sign up for the 30-day trial, you will be automatically sent information that will direct you on what you need to do next. It will direct you on getting going on your program orientation videos. It will direct you on how to get your program going and start running through the program. And again, if you run into questions or you do need some support, you can contact client support and they will go through and help you with that. Now, one thing that I want to emphasize is that you as an agent, when you go through and you sign somebody up on the 30-day trial, it would be very, very much in your best interest as well as your client's best interest to help them. For you to learn as much about the program yourself as you can, so that if they do need some help and they want to have just a little bit more personalized help from maybe somebody on their team or somebody as their team leader, you're able to go through and kind of help, guide them, direct them, and help them to have as smooth as possible experience with their 30-day trial as they possibly can. Now, there is a $155 activation fee to get going on the 30-day Worth account trial. Now, that right there, what I just pulled up on the screen, that $155 activation fee is actually something that's very, very significant. I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you why. When you buy a 30-day Worth account trial, it also comes with no charge agent activation, which means that if you want to sign up as an agent, you can, and you don't have to pay the $149 agent activation fee. That agent activation fee is waived, okay? So you paid the $155 fee for the 30-day trial, but if they also want to become an agent, they can do that at no additional charge. Now, by doing it this way, they're not only getting to try the program before they buy it, but they also get the 30% wholesale discount on the program when they decide to purchase the program, okay? Now, they also get the $155 fee that they went through and paid for that 30-day trial credited towards the purchase of their Worth account if they purchase the Worth account within that first 30 days. So keep in mind that first 30 days is very significant because that 30% wholesale discount is only applicable for the first 30 days of them signing up as a new agent, and that $155 fee that they paid for the 30-day trial can only be credited towards the purchase of their Worth account within their first 30 days. Okay, so that's pretty significant, but there's a couple of things that we want to really kind of give you a comparison of. If somebody was to go through and just sign up as an agent, they can do that. They can still sign up as an agent at the $149, okay, to become an agent. They get the 30% wholesale discount when they do that, as long as they sign up on the Worth account, purchase the Worth account within their first 30 days of becoming an agent. Now keep in mind that $149 fee that they pay as the agent sign-up fee is not commissionable, okay? There can be no commission paid off of that by law. If if it wasn't illegal to do that, we probably would go ahead and just pay commissions out on that $149 fee. But that's illegal. We can't do it. So your recruit and or your client has a choice. They can either sign up under the option, the agent activation option at $149, or they can purchase the $155 30-day trial, and with that, they can become an agent at no additional charge. They get to try it before they buy the full-blown Worth account. They qualify for the 30% wholesale discount within their first 30 days of signing up as a new agent at no charge, signing up as an agent at no charge under this option. They get the $155 amount that they paid for that 30-day trial package credited towards the purchase of their program as long as they purchase their Worth account within their first 30 days, and it's commissionable. That's a really big deal right there. And we're going to go into why. But the $155 30-day trial package is commissionable, and they do get to sign up as an agent under this option. But commissions are not paid off an agent sign-up fee. They're paid off the $155 30-day trial fee with the agent fee waived. So when you go to sign somebody up as a new recruit, you definitely want to let them know that they have the option of the $149 agent sign-up fee, and they get what you see on the left-hand side of the screen, or they can sign up for the 30-day trial, and they get what you see on the right-hand side of the screen, which, they get a fair amount more value on the right-hand side of the screen, and it's completely commissionable. Okay? So in reality, this builds what we're referring to as a recruiting and sales machine. And here's the steps. Basically, step one, you or your recruit activates on their 30-day trial, the $155 30-day trial. At that same time that they sign up for that $155 trial, 30-day trial of the program, they instantly activate as a new agent if they so choose. So if they want to get going as an agent, they activate at the same time as that $155 30-day trial at no additional charge to become an agent. Okay, those two steps happen at the same time, and we'll show you how. Step three, during their first 30 days, they get the 30% wholesale discount, and they get the $155 amount that they paid for their 30-day trial credited towards the purchase of their program. Then you repeat this process. That may not seem huge or monumental to you in your mind right now. That's okay, we expected that. But we're going to go through and peel back a few more layers and let you see what this really can transform into, what it can equal for you, for your team, for your business, for your future with Worth Unlimited. So as a part of the next step and the next bit of information that we want to break open for you right now, we have got more information to unveil for you. There's just so much information to go through right now. It's just so exciting. We're trying our best not to convey this information too quickly simply because of our level of excitement, and we know what's going on. So please do excuse our energy. If we're talking too fast, too excited right now, please just know that we're passionate about this. We have seen what this will do. We know what it'll do. And anyway, without any further delay, I'm going to go ahead and let my friend and business partner, Mr. John Waschenko, peel back the next few layers for you and dial this in. So we'll go ahead and get this turned over. Mr. John Waschenko.
Thank you, Skyler. Good evening, everybody. Wow, this is just exciting. We've got the most people we've seen on a call in a long time. just starting to explode. I mean, things are just getting so busy, it's hard to keep up, but feels just like our first go around with United First Financial. But man, what an exciting opportunity that we've got going on, and what we want to go over with you is just going to be, oh man, I mean, if you're excited right now, I think this is going to add a whole another level of excitement to it. So real quick, what we want to unveil is another tool, and this is live right now, but don't go taking off right now, but this is live. It's ready to go. We're actually going to do it live here in just a minute, but we've got a new opportunity website that what we're unveiling, and how it works is just absolutely amazing. I think you're absolutely going to be blown away at the sales tools that you have now to start building your business and making it grow and take off. So this new website is smart device optimized, so it pulls up on your iPhone. You can get it going right from there. Your tablet, Android, whatever smartphone technology that you're using. Also, you can activate as an agent right from your smartphone and get going right from there as well. So just basically, it's all just right there, ready and easy for you to jump into and share the opportunity and get things going and everything. So with that, let's kind of jump into this live real quick. Let me just make sure I am ready to go here. Okay, you should see my screen coming on right now. Let's see. Okay, I think that is good. Okay, so this is our new live recruiting site. This video has been redone. You can check it out on your own. Right now, I am on a test site, but the replicated website URL is just worthaccount.com/youragentid. And if it was rebranded, hopefully you've been tuning into those calls and you know how to rebrand your site to whatever fits you and whatever you want. That's available. So basically, here we are right on your replicated website. Here we've got getting started, 3 easy steps. So I'm going to let you guys review this because we've got so much to cover still left to go. But basically, you can share this with potential clients and everything right now today. 4 exciting ways to earn on your part-time. So this is your opportunity site, live and ready to go for you today. Testimonial videos, everything on this website, but basically this is just a quick little overview of the website. But here's some of the cool things about this site and how it works. So we're going to go ahead and act like we're a new agent or a new prospective client, agent, somebody you've sent this to, somebody you've advertised this site on Google, or you've advertised and this is a click landing page for you that drops in. But we're going to say that we're going to sign up a client today. Jeremy Hymas, and let's get an email in there. So this is just the simple stuff. This is just the busy work. And a phone number. So now they can either tell me more. I'll let you kind of experience with the tell me more. The tell me more is going to drop somebody into your client and say we're going to get back to you. That's not the part that I really want to cover right now. Part I want to cover right now is the get started. So as we go through and launch the get started site, I'm going to do a couple of things with you. Now, this was working for me before, so I've got this up in 2 different web browsers to try and pull this off. So hopefully it rolls real smooth for me. If not, I might have to explain it with you. But anyways, here's something I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to show you two screens. Now, it might get a little bit small, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's just kind of exciting, the tools that we've got. But here we go. Let's see. I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen here. So what I've done is, this is my back office for Super Agent, and we have just signed up Jeremy Hymas. Now, this is my back office before I refresh it, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh on this side, and here we can see Jeremy Hymas. Now, here's the cool thing about this. This is a prospective agent, and it's dialed in red. So now we can see that, you know, enrolled agents are dark, but red is prospective, and this is letting you know that you've got a new agent in your back office. Now, the cool thing is you're going to get a text, or I'm sorry, you're going to get an email alerting you that you've gotten a new agent that has just signed up. So not only is it going to show up in your back office, but if you're away or out or something, you're going to know that, hey, Jeremy Hymas is a prospective agent. So he hasn't signed up yet because we haven't filled out and completed everything on this side, which we're going to do here in just a minute, and then we're going to refresh and update. So basically, this is your back office, how it's going to work. So Jeremy Hymas, let's go ahead, and we're signing up as an individual or a business. Now, this is just some details about it. I'm going to actually go to full screen real quick for a minute so that I can kind of blow this up a little bit, get it as big as I can for you. So good visually. So here's our 30-day trial waived. But if we want to just do agent only, bam, there it is. Click OK. And then there's your agent, how you access just the agent only. Now, the discount code, if you've got a discount code, you know, Start 49 will still apply as of today, and that's it. But if you know, if we wanted to do the 155, so that's the 30-day trial, we just come back into it, and here we go. So basically, this is the subscription, $50 a year for your agent sign-up fee, but $155 to try out the Worth account, because that's what we're all about, building up, helping people to get out of debt, helping them to see their dashboard, their get out of debt date, their years and time to pay off, all those things. We want to move this product. We want to get this out into people's hands as much as we possibly can, show them their true financial potential. So this is a 30-day free trial of it, as Skylar mentioned just before. This $155 sign-up fee, if they purchase within the next 30 days, will be credited to the purchase of the program. So agent sign-up fee of $49, now really free, okay? And that is absolutely free because they bought the program. We signed them up as an agent for free. They get a 30-day free trial of the program. Now, they do have to go through and watch videos to do the coaching and that, and so we're going to cover a little bit more on how you're going to go through and help these clients. We're putting them into a 30-day incubator to actually become a client and become a Worth account customer. So here we, you know, this part's pretty simple. We're just going to fill this out. Now, if you enter in a Social Security number that's already in use, that is going to go red. But if it, and you're going to have to fix that, something's wrong, because nobody should have your Social Security number. So then, so this is just the simple part, you know, just filling out the details of this. So then you just choose how you want to pay. Bank draft, credit card. We're going to go with a bank draft for right now, and it will validate. It will validate your routing number, account number, that kind of stuff. So, anyways, this all has to be real stuff. Oops. and we can click same as the down payment over here, and it just fills it all in for us. So really, really simple, easy to use. You can go full screen on the agent agreement if you'd like, and then close that out as well, and then basically sign and submit. Now here's what we want to show you. So once you get a green checkbox, you're good to sign and submit. If you don't have a green checkbox, you're not good to sign and submit. So basically it's got to be the same as it is typed here in yellow, and then you can sign and submit. So here we go, sign and submit. So in just 1 second here, let this load. Okay, so here we are. Username, welcome to Worth Unlimited, Jeremy. So this here is your independent agent back office credentials. So here we are setting up back office credentials. Here we are setting up their Worth account enrollment, 30-day free trial, and they can just start getting going just like that. I mean, that's simple. And here's what's so exciting. You just made money, just like that. But there's a little bit more to it, and for this to be the success that we want it to be, we need to keep going. So anyways, just hang tight for 1 second. I want to show you another thing here real quick. Let's see here. Okay, just 1 second. So I'm pulling up dual screen here, or actually I'm going to switch over. Okay, so here is their congratulations after they fill out and sign up their username and password. Hopefully that's going live for you right now. So basically their agent enrollment, this is basically, you know, just letting them know they've had success, how to get in, resend welcome email, resend a receipt. They've got that all right there. Agent back office, they can click on that. So this is their process. Their 30-day Worth account trial, their expiration date, the 155, you've signed up to become a new Worth Unlimited agent. You have signed up for the $155 Worth account 30-day trial program. Now let's kind of take a look at what happened in our back office. So here we are in our back office again. So in order to get the changes to show up, we're going to have to refresh this page. So as we refresh, we can see trial. This is where it just gets exciting. Trial expires Thursday, August 15th. So I know Jeremy just got on. He just signed up. He's got the program. I want him to get going watching the videos. We're going to be training on these things over the next few weeks as well, because we feel like this is just going to take off and explode. We've been doing more sales than we've done in a long time. I mean, the things that we're doing more sales almost in a month than we in a day. I mean, things are just exploding. So anyways, you guys, you got to work with your team. You got to work with your upline and start to help incubate these. So this does not mean they're ready to purchase. This does not mean that they're done and you get to walk away. This is a follow-up test. So basically, you're going to fill this trial up like crazy. You're going to assign this to the home office to get a coach going. Coach is going to be able to work with them while they're in their product. The coach is going to be able to run their analysis at the same time. They're going to be able to do all the tools at once. So just hugely exciting. The customer's going to be able to see the product in action before they buy it. They've got a $155 trial. What is that going to relate to? Well, it depends on how we work this. But it's not just us. It's not just, okay, I signed them up, I'm good, I'm done, take my hands off. No, that's not what it is. You've got to get engaged. You've got to work with these people. You've got to follow up. And here's your follow-up to-do list. I mean, how exciting is this? And it also even tells you what's happened. Prospect, clicked, agent, get started on opportunity website, prospect enrolled as an independent agent. Purchase trial. So we've got all of our notes right in there, what's happened. Now, when he was on prospect, I forgot to show you, it does show that it was a prospective client. He's just filled out our getting started tab. So, and our getting started tab, again, is just that, you know, where we capture their name, email, and phone number, but they haven't actually, they went to the website, but they didn't fill it out and sign up. So that means what? You got to follow up with them. You got to get them over that hump, either get them to sign up as an agent just at the 149, or maybe they just want to become a client, and you go through and run their analysis and get them going that way. But either way, you've created a prospect, you've gotten an email, Worth Unlimited has notified you that you have got a new prospect in your back office, and you, and now when we click on, when we refreshed it, Jeremy Hymas moved into our trial program. So really exciting there. What's happening, you're basically able to start running your business and pushing and marketing it and working it through all the way to the end. Now, let's talk a little bit more about compensation. So what I'm going to bring up is how this is going to work, what it rolls out to, and what it means to you jumping into this. So let me pull this up real quick, so you can bear with me, give me just a few minutes here, actually just a few seconds, hopefully not minutes. Okay, so our website can also work on a smart plan, but here is the 155 30-day trial. Here's what it equals into the compensation plan. The 155 is basically 1/4 of a sale, so of a regular sale. So basically, your direct to director, you got to make 1 sale in 30 days. Well, if you recruit 4 people, you're direct to director. So you've hit that. Now, if so you sign one person up and they automatically say, I love this, I want to get going, I'll go ahead and purchase today. Bam, you're director anyways, because that 1/4 turns into 1 sale. And say you recruited 3 other people, well, now you've got 1 3/4 of a sale moving forward. And it is, you're going to get a check on it. You're going to get a paycheck on it. So basically, this 155 30-day trial example basically is something that you want to just recruit, sales, and repeat. Recruits, sales, and repeat. This is a system of success, a system of excitement, a system of helping people to achieve their true financial potential in as little time as possible. So basically, this is just a super exciting thing. And now let's kind of take a look at building your team and getting things going. Actually, I think this one is actually where I'm going to drop off, but I want to go through and show you a little bit about the compensation plan. So let me pull that up real quick. Okay, here we are. So you should see my screen with the compensation. So what I've got going on here is basically a sale of $26.55 because this is a wholesale discount with a 30% discount. So with that, we're just going to kind of walk through now right here on the income goal setter. We can set it as full sales, or we can set it as starter package. And basically, we've got opt-in percentage here at 25%. I'm going to go ahead and change that to 0%. I'm doing that. I don't think 0 are going to enroll, but I think what this is going to do is it's going to help us to understand the compensation plan. So if I'm an agent starting on brand new with the company and I go out and recruit 1 person and they sign up for the 30-day trial, I just made $40.52. Bam, right out of the gate. Now, if you see this over here, $649, that's what happens to my paycheck when they purchase and 100% enroll. So $649.09 because that 1 person enrolled and purchased the program. I went from $40 to $694. So now what I want to show you is why it's so important for you to work with in your back office and work with these people. You've got to go through and walk them through it, talk them through it, help them get through the videos, walk them through the videos. We're going to be training on these things and how exciting it is, but you're going to basically be touching these clients, these prospective agents, on giving them a hands-on experience and helping them to get going on the program. You're going to hopefully own the program, or at least have done the 30-day trial and purchased it that way. But this is the getting started and getting going. So let me switch back here real quick. So now let's look at, I'm going to change this back to 0% so that we can just kind of look at the comp plan. So these are people that buy the 30-day trial, but we're just saying, just to show you the compensation plan and what's going on in the compensation plan, we're going to say that they're not going to enroll. So they just bought the free trial. But our goal is that to turn that $40 commission into a total of $694. So almost a $700 commission on a $26.55 sale. Now, right now, that sale is just the $155 starter package. So that's what we're talking about right now. We made $40.52 on the starter package that we had an agent sign up, just went through that process. So now let's kind of take it up to the next level. Let's say we're a supervisor. You're going to make $47 on the starter package. So $155 that they get the 30-day trial enrolled on, you just made $47.16 as a supervisor. So if you're a director, you're going to make $53 as a director. So what do you want to do? You want to get your first sale within 30 days or 4 recruits within that 30 days. So bam, you jump up from $40 on a sale recruit to $53. A managing director is now going to make $60 and 67 cents, and then an executive director will make $67.54. So that's on the 155 starter package. But as soon as they sign up, bam, you got a check. And they're signed up as an agent. They've got their 30-day free trial, or, well, I shouldn't say free trial, but they've got their 30-day free trial as an agent, 30-day trial on the program for $155. Now, that only comes with video support or video coachings, and then they can call in for live support. But we are really needing your help to make this successful, you to work with that client just like we're going to. We really want to turn this into, we train you, you train your new recruit, you work with your upline, we get this thing going and rolling, and we build and grow as we go. But, I mean, just super exciting opportunity right here. So here's, let me just kind of jump through a little bit of an example of what we can do together as building this out. Now I'm going to go through and run this at, I'm going to say that just to start out, only that 25% of them actually opt in and buy. I think that's absolutely ridiculously low, but I'm going to go with that number just to start out. Now I'm going to say that, you know, the first week I'm going to do 4 sales. So in that first week I'm going to do 4 sales and 4 starter package 155 sales. If I was to go over to full sales, it would show me full sales, but we're running the starter package right now. So here we are. We brought on 4 new prospective agents and clients. They've got the 30-day trial, and we have made, with opting in at 25%, so 1 out of 4 is going to buy, we made $815.66. Well, that was in week 1, because we're just recruiting. And honestly, if you're recruiting, you know, 4 a week, that's with all the tools that we have and the replicated sites. I mean, that's kind of going. I mean, a little bit of gas on the pedal, but not much. We're experiencing a lot bigger success right now, just even in your teams right now. So, but I'm going to make this as simple as I can. But basically, with that, you do that in your first 30 days. You actually did that in 1 week. Bam, what's that going to do? Well, because those 155 sales are 1/4 of a sale, they count as 1/4 of a sale. That means you hit director, even if they didn't buy. But we're going to say that 25% of them, just for right now, in that week, opt in and purchased. That means you made $815. So that bumps you up to director. The next week you do another 4. Bam, you make 1,083. So bam, we're automatically getting a raise. You do that again another week, 8. Now, you know, those people are starting to get going and building their teams as well. And they're going to do 4. So this guy bumps up to, you know, so far we've recruited 12 people and we've made 3 sales. So we're going to say that, so far, you know, those, we've opted in 3 people to actually purchase the program because we're only opting in at 25%. So now let's go through and show those 12 agents signed up over here. We're going to say they're a level 1 to us, and they went out and did the same thing. Bam, our income's just shot up. Our year-to-date income is growing like crazy. So what that did to us is that bumps us up to a managing director. We're going to do another 4, and we're going to bump those 12 up. We're going to bump those 12 in. They're going to go out and do weekly sales just like we are. So here we are. We jump them in. They're doing 4 a week, which is just a great thing to us. They're going to automatically jump up to a director over here. So they're going to end up doing 4, but jumped up as a director. Basically, you're just jumping up in income like crazy. So that's basically, you're going to hit executive director within a month, 2 months at the most. And, you know, if we put in a sale over here or another 4 sales over here as an executive director, you're making, you know, $1,359 with only 25% opting in. Now, if 33% was to opt in, it just jumps it up even more. So anyways, that's kind of where we wanted to go with compensation and showing you how it's going to work and how it's going to grow. And anyway, so it's just super exciting of how we're going to be able to get people on the program and get them rolling and get them out of debt. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn some time over to Mr. Mac Saunders. Mac, here you go, buddy.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for your time. And what do you all think so far? Hit the comments section there. I mean, we haven't finished the information yet. What do you all think so far? I mean, I'm looking at the information. I mean, you know John, many of you that have met John, great heart, wonderful guy. His forte has never been public presentation, but I can tell you what, he is getting better and better and better. The thing I love about having John on these calls is you can hear his heart and you can hear his passion, you can hear his excitement bleed through his voice. This is his brainchild. So I'm very excited, and I'm very excited about everything that's going on. So build your team and build your business. What should be your top focus? Well, right now your top focus should be building a team. That should be where your mind is really focused in, is get the recruiting machine going. Use the tools that John just showed you and get this recruiting machine going, because the way you're going to make money in this is through numbers. And we all know that. There's an old saying that some will, some won't, move on. There's actually another end to that piece, but we're going to use move on. Don't be so concerned about the product of your activity. Just be active. If you're active every day, if you're building that team, if you're putting that work into building that team, the money will come. So that should be one of your top focuses. But an additional focus, obviously, is selling the Worth account. And with the entry points that you just got with the 155, a trial period, and then if they convert, giving them the 30% discount and applying the 155 towards the cost of the program. I do want you all to know this, though, and I don't think this will shock many people that have been around for a while. Over 85% of our sales that we are doing, and even back in the days of You First, are full purchase sales. They're not financed. They're not deferred. They're not using a 155. We came up with the 155 as just another way to break down that barrier, that entry point, where they get used to the product as well as getting their agency at the exact same time. For everyone that is on this call that was with You First or is with Worth or has ever sold a program, we still want you to always try to focus on getting that full deal that's going to pay you the best. It's one time out of pocket for the client. They get their customer support, and it really helps all the way around with the client and with this whole process. Now, you know, this was called the big announcement call, and they left this in my hands, this piece of it, and I know what's coming. I just want to tell you that. John knows what's coming. Skylar knows what's coming. But I just want to tell you that last but not least, there is a huge announcement that is coming. And this big announcement, we're going to call it Code Name 00. And I want you to write that down, Code Name 00. Why are we calling that? Because with this big announcement that's coming, that is going to be upcoming here, you could physically double your income. You could physically double your income. So why do we say 00? Why are we doing that? Well, here's why. Because you can double your income with zero additional sales effort. Now, I know that's got a lot of you thinking. That's got your minds just reeling. What in the heck are they talking about? Double your income with no additional sales effort. That just sounds too good to be true. Well, I tell you what, when we first started doing these webinars about 8 weeks ago, a lot of people were saying this is too good to be true. There can't be more new stuff coming, and there was more new stuff, and there was more new stuff, and there was more new stuff. We are literally exploding. My phone is at maximum capacity. John, Skylar, they're at maximum capacity. Everyone is working different, but I want you to understand what is coming here. Double your income with zero additional sales effort. To be eligible for what is coming down the pike here, you must have 5 personal sales. I want you to make a note of this. No one will be eligible for what is coming unless you have 5 personal sales. And I'm not trying to be cryptic. This is going to make a little bit more sense as I'm moving into this. So 00 release date, well, that's where we're at. This is to be announced. We have already built this. We have already been testing this. We already know, again, that this is going to work. But we are not in a position that we want to release this just yet. We're going to release the information of the 00 at our first live convention. And I know for many of you, that is just music to your ears, the fact that we are going to have a live convention. And I will tell you, when we do this live convention and we unveil 00, I'm telling you, you all are going to be blown away. It is going to be something that is going to definitely change the face of your business. And we have a tentative date for our first live convention somewhere in mid to late October. We will keep you up to date so people can make flight arrangements and do what they need to do in order to get that. We're far enough out, but that's when we're going to release 00. And I can tell you, at our first live convention, we're probably going to be releasing more than 00. The official date and location, we're going to center that down, and we're going to announce that pretty shortly for you. So we're not just going to drag you out all the way through July and August and then announce when it's going to be. We're looking into that right now. Where's the best location to have it with the agent population that we currently have, and what that's going to look like in format and everything along those lines. But for those of you who have ever been to one of the old You First live meetings or one of the conventions, it's definitely something that you want to go to. It's I don't know any other way to say it. There's just something very magical when you have anywhere from 500 to 4,000 people sitting in a room, and they're all drinking the same Kool-Aid. I know nobody likes using that term, but that's a reality. I drank the Kool-Aid some 15 years ago, 16 years ago, and I've been drinking the same Kool-Aid ever since. There's something very magical about being at those live conventions, and everybody is excited and jacked up, and the business is exploding, and things are rolling. So do mark that we are going to let you know when that first live convention is going to be, and it's really going to be it's going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it like you cannot believe. My ability to get back up on stage, carry that flag, be the old kind of hot-headed, loud, and aggressive Max Saunders that you all are used to. But you all know that was me on stage, and I'm a little bit of a different person in person. So we're really looking forward to this. 00 eligibility, you will want to have your 5 personal sales done by the time that we get to convention. I will tell you this, if you don't have your 5 personal sales done by the time you get to convention, you will be sad. I don't know any other way to put it, and you will be kicking yourself saying, man, why didn't I get moving and get those 5 personal sales in before convention? The worth opportunities. You know what I'm going to do right now? We have 3 individuals that I want to get on the phone with you. And the first of these individuals, first off, I want to say all 3 of these people I would consider a personal friend to the end. These are people that have been with us since the very beginning. These are people that have been with us to the very beginning. So the very first person that I want to introduce is Dr. Joan Hackenstad. Now, Dr. Joan, I don't know how many of you know Dr. Joan, but she was around in the days of You First. Dr. Joan is a self-made businesswoman and has a family, manages a family. She owns multiple businesses. She has been involved in real estate. She's been involved in insurance, has her own brokerages, multiple properties. I just have to say she also has her doctorate work in psychology, and Dr. Joan has been very instrumental in Worth leading right up to this point, and is going to be immensely more important to us as this launches and takes off. This is someone I consider a true friend. This is somebody I consider very loyal. This is someone that over the course of my career I have spoken to about very personal matters and business matters. She is an absolute vault with information that you give her. Feel very free with any information that you share with her. It stays with her. But Dr. Joan is all about the team. Dr. Joan is all about Worth Unlimited. Dr. Joan, I don't know any other way to put it, is all about people and all about success. So without any further delay, I'd like to turn the time over to Dr. Joan Hackenstad. Joan?
Oh, thank you so much, Mac. Wow, what an introduction. I hope I can live up to what you just said. Thank you so very much. I hope everybody can see what an incredible recruiting and sales machine we have now. This is absolutely incredible. And let me tell you, your excuses today will lead to regret tomorrow. So don't make any excuses. Just take action. I've been talking to so many people. In fact, I've been having to keep my phone charged multiple times. I'm losing my voice left and right. It's just been fantastic. And I have to tell you that most of the people I've been chatting with have been falling into 2 specific camps. Camp 1 are the people that are so happy they've put in the no excuses effort at the beginning, and now they are just exploding. They're seeing some incredible traction in their business. They're seeing incredible growth with recruiting and with sales. They're just so happy, so excited. Camp number 2 includes those people that are perpetually kicking themselves for not doing what they initially wanted to get done. Now they're starting to take action because they're regretting their lack of action, and now they're starting to take action. They're just a little bit behind, but they're taking action. Now, I know I mentioned that there's only 2 camps, but there's really a 3rd camp. And that 3rd camp is those people that haven't done a darn thing, and quite frankly will probably never do a darn thing. Can I say you don't want to be in this camp? You don't want to look back and say, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, I sure wish I had. Don't live in regret. We have opportunity right now. We have the best opportunity to do things that we can only dream of. We have the energy, the excitement, the commitment, the passion. Our conversation is broader. We can approach prospects about so many different things now, about debt, about converting debt to wealth, about banking strategies, about the opportunity, about enhancing one's business, about building their core business. We can simply master the invitation, or we can become proficient in the whole process and learn how to run the analyses ourselves. The choice is ours. We can cater to people with different learning preferences, those that want to read, those that like to watch videos, those that really need to have hands-on kinesthetic approach where they can actually touch and play with the demo. We have more tools than ever before for recruiting, for sales, for processing, for duplication, for replicatable systems. We have everything that we need to be successful. We need you to take action. We need you to take action now. You need to make that list. You need to pick up the phone. You need to talk to the person standing next to you. Practice that 3-foot rule. Go to networking events. Follow up with people. Go to open houses. Talk to the people. Call on the business cards that are sitting in your desk doing nothing. Create your database. Build and expand that database on a daily basis. Be willing to start that conversation that matters. And then, quite frankly, do it. Get out there, recruit. Get out there and sell. I have a little 7-year-old boy, and he is the light of my life, of course, along with my husband. But my 7-year-old, there's something that we talk about on a regular basis. I would say probably once a week minimum, and he rolls his eyes because he's probably so tired of hearing it from me. But we talk about, if you want to do something, you need to do 3 things. Number 1, you need to set a goal. Number 2, you need to create a plan. And number 3, you need to take action. And you need to take action now to make that goal a reality. Without action, your goal is just a dream. With action, with prepared action that you do on a consistent basis, you will make that goal a reality. We have that tool. We have the broader conversation. We have everything that we need. Now it's time to share worth with others. It's time to start that conversation that matters. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be afraid of not helping those that need it. So thank you so much for allowing me to be on this call. I hope you know that we are at the start of something great. We are at the start of something that is just so incredible. And every single person on this call has the opportunity to make greatness. You have the opportunity to change your life. You have the opportunity to make something that you could only have dreamed of to this point. You simply need to set a goal, create a plan, and take action now. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on the call. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And let's get out there and do it now. Max?
No, hey, Dr. Joan, always a pleasure. Great words of encouragement. And we're just looking forward to you and your team doing some really huge things, changing many lives, and being, as you have been and will be, such an integral part of this company and this company's success. So we thank you for your time. Thank you, Dr. Joan.
Thank you.
Next person I want you all to hear from now, this gentleman again. I know this is going to get boring, but this is a gentleman again I consider a personal friend. I stayed in touch with this gentleman after the collapse of U-First for, more years than I care to admit, because it just says how old I am. But this is another person I consider a good personal friend. This is a gentleman out of Virginia. This was the top money earner in United First Financial. This individual had the largest team in United First Financial. This individual and their team affected so many people across the board that it's almost inconceivable how many people he affected, how many lives were affected, not only through his leadership and agency, but through the sales that their agency made to individuals that got out of debt and went into multiple properties. This gentleman is one of the best recruiters that I know. He recruits through empathy. He recruits through concern. But don't make any mistake. This man has an absolute head for this business. This man is one of the best leaders that I've ever seen when it comes to getting people rallied and getting people moving and getting people on task. And, you know, I'm just going to say it. I've never been embarrassed about my faith, and this gentleman is not embarrassed about his faith either. This is a man that I truly love. This is a man that I truly respect, and a man that has been a good friend to me over the years. And I would like to take this time now to introduce, as you all may already know, Mr. Tom Keener. Tom, your time.
Well, thank you, Mac. I really appreciate it, and appreciate your kind words. And I'm actually, blown away because, 13 years ago we started with you first, and it was a phenomenal run, and we had thousands of people on the team, which created hundreds of people making six figures. It was astounding what we were able to accomplish back in those days, and it was just a true blessing. And I never thought that I'd be going down this road again, honestly. And the thing I'd like to share tonight is, folks, when I happened to go out there 6 weeks ago this week and talk with Skylar and John, I couldn't get my butt home fast enough. And I did not go out there to rejoin the company. I went out there to unburn some bridges and offer maybe some suggestions to John and Skylar as to what they might want to do, because they told me they were going to basically starting to relaunch, and I was just offering suggestions. And when they shared the differences between where we were 13 years ago or 9 years ago when I left to where we are now, I mean, I'm not a fool. And they just asked me if we were able to bring back some leadership. And folks, it has been astounding. I knew we could. I didn't know we would be able to do it this quickly and to this magnitude as an example. And a lot has to do with what you all have led up to today. But I'm looking at my screen. We have 105 people that came in today alone. So, folks, a lot of you don't have any idea what's going to happen. I've been down this road. After 30 years in the financial service business, this set in my spirit when I saw it 13 years ago as just everything being right. And, folks, I'm here to tell you that you either need to get on down the road, make things happen, or get out of the way, because things are going to absolutely get blown apart here. So let me give you some suggestions, because I want to leave you with words of wisdom or what you need to focus on. From what I see and from the income we made in the past, here's what needs to happen to all of you out there that want to have a great financial income with this. And number one is focus on personal production. Focus every month and getting into the pools. And it's not hard. They've watered these things down over the years. So just 3 average sales is going to get you into bonus pools. And that's going to be a nice income in itself. The next thing you need to focus on is what we call, executive branch pool, or, executive director pool. We used to call it the branch manager pool. Folks, and that's just only 6 sales. And that was 30 sales back in the day. And that's 6 average sales now. But if you're not making those pulls, you're not setting an example, and you're not going to make the kind of money that you really need and deserve to make. So it's very important. But I just see this. I sense this. I didn't know it was going to be this easy. I knew it was going to be not difficult, but I didn't know it was going to be this easy. But just people were ready to get back in this opportunity because we realized how fantastic it was, and the relationships and the money, and just, folks, that is coming far better than what it was then, and a lot quicker, a whole lot quicker. And the last thing I want to share is within the next week or two, we're going to start a national radio talk show, and it will be a live show Monday through Friday, lunchtime across the nation. We want to use that as a recruiting opportunity to get people to call in and hear about the opportunity and hear testimonials about people paying their houses off and what this opportunity is doing for them. I was hoping we were going to be able to start this coming Monday. I've got to be out of town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'm not sure that I'm going to get everything done to start it on Monday. But it will be a company call. It's not our team call. It will be a company call. We'll just have leaders on there and leaders throughout the whole company that we'll have come in and talk and share, and just be a phenomenal opportunity to get the word out there. And here's what I see right now. We got holes of a half hour right now because of, especially because of yesterday and today, everybody trying to get their business done. But we need to have a place for people to go and call in and not hog down customer support, because if that gets in trouble with time, then everything's get backed up and things aren't going to get accomplished and people are going to get frustrated. So we need a place where people can call in, like our radio show, where we can answer questions and take notes and take care of serious issues and stuff like that. But it's going to be a recruiting call. So we don't want that to be a negative. We just want people to understand the opportunity. And with this kind of a growth, you're going to have growing pains. But like Max said, we did this 13 years ago. And folks, it was stunning what we were able to accomplish. To over 300 employees, over 30,000 square feet. And this is going to be far bigger than that. Just trust me with that one. This is a proven opportunity, and I'm so excited to have our team back together again and our leaders. And I just would pray and I ask all the leaders, take this with responsibility. What Mac and what John and Skylar went over tonight, when you bring somebody in at 155, that is a training opportunity. It's a relationship opportunity. It's not a one and done and they're on their own. Please don't do that. That's not how you build a company. It's not how you build leaders. And it's not how you build loyalty to other people and the people towards you. So look at that opportunity, work with that opportunity, and bless people and just feel grateful knowing that you're at this right place at the right time with this phenomenal opportunity. And it's a true blessing to be back, and welcome to all.
Tom, we thank you so much for those words. And, I can't thank you enough just personally for the friendship over the years and just what you mean to this company. And we are so excited to have you pushing and driving hard like you always do. So thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
All righty. I have two more people, actually. We had this scheduled for 3, but there's somebody on this call that needs to speak to you all. Again, this is another gentleman that I consider a absolute personal friend. This is a gentleman that came into the company back in the days of United First Financial and really didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, so to speak. I mean, he was doing okay, but he'd never really jumped into anything like this. And I've got a great story for you all real quick about this gentleman. This gentleman came to me in the early days, and he had been trying to close a deal. And he had been working, and if I'm not mistaken, the gentleman can correct me, if I'm not mistaken, it was a sister-in-law or something along those lines. Her name was Maria. I remember that. And he came to me, Mac, and he says, I have been working on this person for like 3 months now. It may have been longer than that. He may correct me on that as well. And I can't seem to get him to close. And he said, would you mind making that phone call for me? Would you mind helping me close this sale? Now, a lot of you may think this is a little callous, but in the position I was in as a National Sales and Training Director, I said, so what you're asking is the National Sales and Training Director to make a call to one of your clients personally and close the deal. And he said, yes. And I said, okay, well, when I do that, you're going to split the sale with me. And he was appalled initially. He was like, what, are you kidding me? I'll split 3. I said, hey, if I can close them, then you get a check and I get half the commission. Do you agree? Gentleman said, yes, I do agree. I picked up the phone in front of the gentleman, made the phone call, and spoke for a total of 15 minutes and closed the sale. Now, I'm not saying that I'm that good. I think it was just they needed to hear another voice, hence the whole idea about a 3-way call. Who is the professional? Who is the expert? He's the third guy on the telephone. He's the guy from out of town with a briefcase. He's the voice that they don't know. We closed the deal, and yes, I made this gentleman split the sale with me. Again, this gentleman was the second biggest leader in United First Financial, the second largest team in United First Financial, the second largest money earner, and he's back in the fold with us. This is a gentleman that I know to be a true man of God. This is a gentleman that I know to have a good heart. This is a gentleman that I know knows how to recruit, knows his business, knows how to build. And to him and his lovely wife, I say welcome back. And allow me to turn the time over to Mr. Len Spencer.
Mac, thank you so much. My goodness, you brought tears to my eyes. Folks, we had an incredible run with you first. And Carmen and I are so deeply humbled and appreciative to be back in the game. And back where we know we can help people. And that's the bottom line of this whole thing. Carmen said something to me back in the early days of You First, and I've never forgot it. I was the man of the family. I was focused on commission. I needed to make a living for the family. And she said to me one time when I was really struggling to make sales, she said, Lynn, stop focusing on the commission. Stop focusing on the money you can make and start focusing on helping others. And that's exactly what I did. And my goodness, God blessed us. The team took off. The sales took off. The recruits took off. Money started pouring in so rapidly. Listen, folks, we paid off with the original Worth account, which back then was the Money Merge account. We paid off all of our debts, including our home, our cars, our credit cards, in 18 months. I got to tell you, I see tonight with what Skylar and John and Mac and Tom have rolled out here tonight, I see an opportunity for you to do even better than that. I think people are going to beat that. And I'm not just saying that. I think this is an incredible opportunity that you all need to jump into with both feet, pick the bull by the horns, and run, because you're going to help people. Mac?
Well, Lynn, I was hoping you'd go on a little more, but I tell you what, people, those of you that know me and those of you that don't know me, those of you that know me know one thing about me. I don't say anything unless it's true. That's just a reality. If I don't believe it, I don't say it. So I just want you to know the three people that I've introduced so far, everything that I have said, I feel firm conviction in my heart about these people. And Lynn, we couldn't be happier to have you back. I hope you will extend my love to your lovely wife, Carmen, and to you. And it is just wonderful to hear you back on the phone, to hear you back in the game. You were such a consummate friend of mine throughout the time of You First with a Heart of a Servant Award. I still have that, the Knowledge Award. You and Carmen were always so gracious to me, just like Tom Keener and his lovely wife were gracious to me, and just like Joan Hackensatt and her husband. Now, with that being said, I want to thank you, Lynn. Thank you for your time, and we're so glad to have you back in.
Thank you.
All right, so to wrap us up here on the leaders, I'm going to introduce a lady that many of you may already know. She may have closed some deals for you. This young lady has been around since the days of You First, her and her wonderful supporting husband. The best way I can say this is one of the hardest working women I have ever seen. She is dogged. She is tenacious. She does not give up. She is a field closer, and to date, she has closed nearly 500 sales that are hers, that she has closed. That's personal and outside sales. She is one of our qualified field closers. She has not only made a name for herself in You First, she has not only made a name for herself in You First, she made a name for herself in Worth. She's making herself a name with Worth now. Not only is she a field closer, but she is one of the few field partners, and that's a level that you can achieve. That's like the top rung. I consider this lady a very personal friend. I know where her heart is 100% of the time, but make no mistake, this woman will tell you what's right and what's wrong. This woman has no difficulty whatsoever in calling you out. This woman is very corrective, but she is very empathetic, and she is very loving to the people that she encounters. She has been an integral part of our success. And with all of that, I would like to turn the time over to Miss Darlene Preston. Darlene?
Hello, hello. How's it going?
It's going wonderful. It's all you now.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity and having been called earlier to speak for a few minutes, and I'm always happy to have that opportunity. And we've had such great words on this call today, and like Joan said, and we're getting hoarse from all the calls. We've been, talking with people. This is so exciting. I remember the times also when all of you work together to for that same goal of helping people reach their goals of being debt-free and building their business. Guys, what you have in your hands right now, I don't think we can really imagine it. We can't think about it because it's even bigger than even in our head can conceive it. Now is the time, though. Now is the time to take advantage of what's in front of us. Now I see it so clearly. You know, we can't be secret agents out there. And as Max says, I'm never been a secret agent, but there's a lot of people out there that have the information, but just kind of maybe afraid or not focused to share it. It's now time to take that opportunity to move out there and share the information. Now is the time to make a difference in your life and in others. Make sure what you do counts. It's you know, you can live your dream and share it with others, and they will be inspired by your successes because you're going to help them get to their successes as well. So now is the time to take those dreams and do something about it. All that's happened in the past, or all that's happened up to this point, guys, is preparing you for what's to be. What's to be? Did you hear what's to be? Did you see the new site? Have you seen the new things on there while we were talking about it and John was talking about it? I was jumping on and looking at all the great things that are there for us. And so before you go to bed tonight, make sure you sign somebody up new and get them excited like you are as well. All the things that have happened, like I said up to this point, have prepared you. You've learned something for your experience. Now, it could be the good and the bad and the great or the ups and the downs. Those things are there. But it's being there and placed there to make you stronger. The capability that you have, it's all inside of you. You can be effective if you share the information, invite people to hear, and then that will help you grow your team and grow yourself personally, financially, and also with the strength that you need to make these analyses run smoothly. It's out there. The tools that we have, they're out there. Did you look at the back office recently? Even if you didn't have an upline, all the information's right there for you to learn how to do what you need to do. But you need to take that initiative. Like Joan said, take the action. It's not just, I'm going to do, I think I can do, but it's doing. Everything else is just words. Now is the time to put all those tools, all that experience, all the ups and the downs and the knowledge that you have gained and put it to use. Now is the time to make a difference in this world because you'll be making a difference in your family. You'll be making a difference in your town, your community. This world is waiting for you. Everywhere you turn, there's always someone that either has some debt they want to get rid of or they know someone that has some debt or they want to make an extra stream of income. So the field out there is huge for you. It's enormous, and your potential will bloom and blossom by allowing yourself to follow the system that's in place. You hear a lot of the presenters talk about a business in a box. You know, guys, it's right there in a box. But don't limit yourself on what you think it's about. Learn it and do it. And earn while you're doing it. Get somebody on the call to help you get to the next level of what you want. So if you're not sure, ask somebody. But always keep in mind that now is the time. There is no other time. No one needs to wait for exactly the perfect thing to happen. You know, people saying, well, everything has to be aligned and right, and I have to know this, and no, you don't. There are people out there to help you get it right where it needs to be. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact, but you have to do something. You have to do it now. There's never been a more perfect time to take advantage of these tools that we have, of this business, of this opportunity to share a way of life, to share debt freedom, another income. There's so many things out there for you. Every moment that you have with knowledge of this business is a precious gift. And I truly am so excited about this. So many things I want to say. I'm trying to cut it down. But think about all the things we heard tonight. Think about who's been on this call. Think about where you've been over this last 2 months waiting for this call. I was excited. I can't tell you the anticipation of getting on this call. But up until 2 minutes before the call, people were calling me saying, I'm ready, let's go. And I'm telling you, that just excites you. So if you're not sure about what can be exciting in this business and you're kind of going through it and going, well, will it work for me? Get somebody in the business with you. Get a partner working alongside of you to get you to where you want to be. Every moment is precious. Use it. Don't waste it. The more time you spend looking into this business and learning and teaching and showing and sharing and growing, the more passionate you become. But you need to be passionate about it. And you heard it earlier. Get the program yourself. Watching yourself get out of debt. That is a great thing to see. What a great motivator. That dashboard up there keeps you going and keeps you moving. So look in the back office that you have right now in front of you. See what it takes to get to the next level. Share this business with someone else and share it with someone else that you care about and maybe even someone you're not sure you even know. But remember, share the business because you have to think of this. Are you living the future that you want? Are you doing what you really want to do? Have you accomplished the goals that you set forward for yourself? So I tell everybody, write them down. Then you know what goals you have. How many people do you want to put in the business? I heard Tom mention of great training for an opportunity. That is great, guys. Take advantage of all the opportunities that are set there for you. The more you do, the more you'll see that there's so many out there looking for you. People are out there looking for you. Think of what's in your hands. Stay focused. Concentrate on what is out there and what we have to do. And I guarantee you, by making a difference in your life, you will definitely be making a difference in another person's life. Now is the time to live with everything you have and focus on the opportunity that's in front of you. I don't know what else there is to say. You've heard it all today. I am very much excited. People are ready to start again, to make it happen. Refresh yourself, start over again tomorrow and say, this is my new business. Watch me conquer the world. You can do it. And I want to thank Skylar, and I want to thank Mac and Steve Young, and of course, John Washenko. I love hearing John Washenko present. You're right, Scott. You're right, Mac. He wears that heart, and you can hear it. Right now, my heart's beating pretty hard because I'm excited. I can't wait to see how many people are waiting to hear what we have to say. And so, from South Carolina and all across the country, Harry and I, sitting right here, are ready to help. So remember, get on that back office, learn what you have to learn, and do something different right now. Mac, it's back to you.
Darlene, thank you so much, and you never disappoint. You've always been such a hard worker. We value you so much, and just tell Harry thank you so much for always being there in the corner. Harry, wonderful job. Thank you so much for everything you do in this business as well.
Thank you.
All right, there's been a question running out that the agent log for the agent site, the login. It is at the bottom of the page. For those of you that can't seem to find it, it's at the bottom of the page, but we will be over the next day or two, we will have a button at the top of the page as well. So I'm just answering that question because that seems a lot of people are asking that question. So I imagine a lot of people are getting in the mood to become agents. So with all of that having been said, I'm going to leave you with, I've known this gentleman again since the days of You First. I met this gentleman down in Florida. He is now our VP of Sales and Marketing. And this gentleman has been a great boost to the calls that we're doing. He has a wealth of knowledge. He has been in the financial services industry, I think, since Moby Dick was probably a minnow, and when dirt wasn't around, it was just rocks. But I'm allowed to say this about this gentleman. We've become very close over the years. We've stayed in contact. I do want you to know, I know this sounds ridiculous that I'm the guy that stayed in contact with all these people, but I want you to understand the friendships, the bonding that was created. And I do have to tell you one thing. I knew our time would come again. I knew it would because I knew the effort John and Skylar were putting in. I knew the effort I was putting in. But these people that I stayed in touch with them either through prayer or prayer in phone calls or meeting with them. These are people that I truly not only consider business associates, but I consider good friends. And this gentleman has done a wonderful job sitting in the chair that he's sitting in. We're looking for big and exciting things for him in the future. And it's time for me to turn the time over to Mr. Steve Young. And Mr. Young, I've got a slide here that I want to, if you have control of, it's all your game. Mr. Steve Young.
Thank you, Mac, and good evening, everybody. Listen, you all been on this phone for quite a while. I'm as blown away as you are by listening to everybody. Their contributions are insurmountable. What's neat is I hope that you have a few takeaways that we got. I'll be real quick so we can hang up and dream a little bit and go to bed and say your prayers. But I want you to know this. Life, and we coach this all the time when we coach kids for our whole career. If you're going to build a team, you better sell a dream, and you better realize what's happening. And you know what it is? It's about being creative. And what I love tonight is what John Washenko and Skylar and Mac presented, and both Tom Keener and Dr. Joan and Darlene all laid out, is that it's about results first. Tonight, they just showed you that you can introduce this program and give people their results first. They don't have to, they're test driving a thing. That is not great. It's awesome. And when you want to build your team, I've always told our team as kids is life's all about the choices we make. And then we have to learn to be responsible for those choices. And then we have to be accountable for those choices as well. So choose to win, folks. So if you're going to build the team, you got to help them make those transitions, those sales. And Darlene said it, I think it is a business in a box. I'm not technically savvy, and what Mac just did is say I'm an old guy is what he just said politely. Okay, I get it. But here's the deal. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Hope you all are. I don't want the thumb put on me anymore. I never did like the corporate life, so we've been unemployable for 40 years. We tend to stay that way, and we love being part of something big, being part of something bigger than ourselves. And you know what? When we learn the language of our business, and I heard that tonight a couple of times, we've got to learn that, when we talk to people and have conversations, a single conversation can change a mind and change a life. And the world's no bigger than the people who inhabited it. And together or alone, we're closer than we really know. So you know what? It's about sharing, people. What are you going to do to your loved ones? When you saw what you did tonight, I thought it was very compelling that you got to learn to go even reassociate with people that you know, love, and care and like, and do third-party calls. Use other people in your company. Use the home office. This is set up that we introduce you, give you the tools, and we do it with and for you until you tell us you don't need you anymore and you're doing it for yourself. That's big, folks. That's not little. And knowing that, that's part of the creativity. So here's really part of the function. You want to learn to be a professional introducer and a cheerleader. That's what you got to do. You got to be a professional introducer to people, to the opportunity, to Worth Unlimited, to the concept, to the software. And by the way, you heard some numbers tonight. It's been incredible. The growth, people are embracing this like crazy. And I think I heard Tom Keener said they put 105 people in. There was over 100 people in yesterday. When you start putting on 100 to 200 people a day, you've got an event going on. How much of this is your event? See, this is your company. You're a company within a company. Don't get intimidated by that. Become part of it. Be a person that's going to make a difference. I understand that Tom Keener made over $300,000 a month. Now, good for Tom Keener, but what about you? And that was then. Today is now. The opportunity is 10 times better. And by the way, we were on the phone today for just to give you an example of what's happening and what you want on that future call you're going to hear about how you just got zero for doubling your income. I'm going to tell you you're going to triple your income. Why? Because we know exactly where this is going. Okay, and today, by the way, Jen Pegg from Florida and Norma Preston under Brian Daly, that team, had us on the phone today with a whole association of credit unions in the middle of this country that want to look at the Worth program and do their vetting. They're very pumped up about bringing this product into credit unions. How about that? Have you thought about that? Did that trigger your thoughts, your dreams, your aspirations about businesses that would need you? You already saw on the slides the real estate markets, the mortgage people. It's all over the place. And now credit unions, cut me a break. What will that do for you, for all you people you know that go into credit unions now or open up the doors for you? That's just one example, folks, where this can go. So it's bigger than what you think, okay? And you just want to be part of it. I heard about making a difference. We got to go to work. We got to do whatever we got to do to help each other and help our families. And Worth is really doing it. It's exposing industries that have taken advantage of people way too far and way too long. And we change people's lives. We're going to have more testimonials, and we love that. We want to start hearing from you about the difference in the reaction of your clients when they see it. Let's get them on the phone. Let them speak up and tell us and be creative on what it's all about. And I want you to know that you want to enjoy your success by doing that because it lifts you up. And you know what's really important? Okay, is this, dates in mind. Everybody's got to have a date. Why do companies put, just like we did, tonight is you can go get people in tonight up until midnight at $49. However, you got the other program coming right behind it where now you saw what that does for you. For $155, they get to test drive it. You actually get paid on it. They get the 30-day discount too for price as well. It's ridiculous, folks. It can't get any easier and simpler for you to be able to make it in this world. So about dates, how important is it for you to have an FIP? You know what an FIP is? It's a financial independent plan. Do you have one? And by the way, when you ask people, do they have one, is it in writing? And if they say no, then you really don't have one. You know what the analysis is an FIP. And we're going to supplement that in the next couple of months for you to get, if you're not excited now, you'd be brain damaged if you don't get excited in another 30, 60 days from what we're doing. So again, the message is go build a team and sell the dream and keep building. So you got to declare your financial independence by having an FIP. And how about knowing your debt-free date? How powerful is it for you to all make a declaration? I have a debt-free date. Do you? I mean, you just got to learn how to ask the questions and have fun with it, folks. We're not here to torment anybody. We've been on the phone for a while. It's blessed. I knew that both John Waschenko and Skylar and Mac were pumped up. It was a lot of work that they had to do just to make all these adjustments and prepare the presentation. And the speakers, we're blessed. We truly are blessed. Now it's up to us to go make a difference in your community, in your family, wherever you live. Make a declaration, declare, and call your upline, your teammate. You know, you pass all the negatives, the negatives up and the positives down. What I want you all to do is call your teammate and tell them what you're going to declare to do. How many people are you going to speak to this week? How many people are you going to show the program to? And start writing some business. Get a paycheck and see what happens to you. Watch what goes on in your life. Folks, it's all up to you. Review everything that you saw tonight. Go look at the new website. These guys kill me. They just are very creative. They're very open, and they want the best for you. They know it's a team effort, and they win when you win. We all win together. Folks, take advantage of it. I'm looking forward to next week. We have an awful lot of work to do. Thank you for the gift of your time, for spending the hour and a half, almost an hour and 45 minutes actually, on this phone, listening to what your opportunity is. I hope you got out of what I did. I got that the dream's alive and well. The country needs a lot of help. People are drowning in debt, and we have an answer for it. And we're a full financial services company. It'll be the largest financial services company in the United States today, bar none. That will happen within 3 to 5 years. Mark our words tonight. Write that down. Put it on the sticky side of your brain and start internalizing that, because that's going to happen. Thank you for your time, everybody. We'll see you all next week. God bless.
Hey, real quick, Steve, thank you so much. This is Skylar. I just wanted to catch you real quick before everybody hangs up. We are getting a lot of comments from people saying that there seems to be a glitch in the system with signing up new agents. And I do want to apologize about that. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. We just want to let everybody know that we're going to have IT take a look at this as quick as possible. And if anybody on your team misses the 49 promotion, then please take down their name and their information. We will honor them if it is due to a glitch on our part. So sorry to end the call this way, but we're going to get that addressed, and we will make sure everything's taken care of as quickly as possible.
That's what makes you a stud, Skylar. Good for jumping in there, and thank you for straightening it out. You just made people feel good. So, Mac, you want to close us out?
All right, Mac. We'll let Mac close us out. Thank you.
All right, everybody. I just hope that everybody has their goggles on Everybody's ready to put that handkerchief on around their neck. Everybody's ready to put on their bomber jacket, their working boots. Because let me tell you something, people. I've seen this before. You've heard it from other leaders. We are in the middle of the explosion. It is going to be a wild ride from here. Anyone that is in and anyone that is on, make no mistake, you just bought an e-ticket for the best e-ticket ride you are ever going to have in your life. I know that sounds like a lot, but I watched this happen before. I'm watching it happen again, and we're going to be bigger, better, stronger, faster, sharper than we ever were. So let's get out there and do it big. Let's get out there and do it right. But at the very least, let's get out there and do something right now. This is Max Saunders, your National Sales and Training Director, along with John Mashenko, Skyla Whitman, Mr. Steve Young. Special thanks to Dr. Joan, Mr. Tom Keener, Mr. Lynn Spencer, and Miss Darlene Preston and their families. People, it's a good time to be alive. Let's get out there and make it happen. Bye-bye for now.